many of you, I got it, y'all killing music. I'm like many of y'all when it comes to working out. Oh my God, you like absolutely hate it. And I got a home gym. My next guest, she says that we should be thinking about and looking at working out and fitness in a totally different way. And then if we do, then that could greatly help us when it comes to meeting our goals. Joining us right now from St. Louis is, and she doesn't even call herself fitness coach, personal coach, Averi Woodley. Averi, glad to have you back on the show. So first of all, we'll start this way. Why do you hate the phrase fitness coach?
You know what? I don't like the phrase fitness coach because to me, it's a mind, body, and soul experience, right? Like I'm not just training somebody to lose weight or to reach fitness goals. As a trainer, it's everything. It's mental, it's spiritual, it's physical. So you're coaching the whole person. It's a personal experience. And it goes into other, aspects of their lives. So I'm a personal coach. I'm coaching the person.
I shared the other day on Instagram, I shared this video, y'all roll it, this video here that I thought was really interesting. No, I don't have it, y'all have it. Did y'all download it? Let me see, hold on, I just pull it up here. And it was really interesting because you were talking about that how you view fitness totally different and what it means, and what it means to you beyond just simply working out, and how it impacts just everything about what you do. And I thought that was really an interesting way to approach it. Let me see if I can find it. I reposted, and a lot of people really responded, and it resonated with them. And even had some people who said, "Oh my God, I'm so glad you shared this because I needed this." So y'all should have the video now. Go ahead and pull it up. You said fitness is peace. Fitness is, first of all, it says fitness is not just fitness. It's personal growth, transformation, accountability, mental health, confidence, strength, therapy, peace. It's more than just fitness. And again, people were like, yo, I never thought about it that way.
So here's the thing. I'm telling you, once you with fitness, a lot of us think of it as a chore, right? It's like, oh, I gotta go work out. Oh, I gotta exercise. I have to do this. I have to do that, right? But once you start exercising, and it doesn't have to be all these crazy workouts you see on social media, right? Once you start exercising, whether it's tennis, pickleball, running, walking, dancing around the house, whatever it is, you will see how it adds to other areas of your life. It allows you, first of all, it's personal, right? So you kind of have to quiet your mind if you really are going to exercise. And then, it taps into everything. You can work on your mindset as far as focus. It adds to your sexual life. It adds to your personal life.
Oh, you had some folks, their ears just picked up.
Better, helps with depression. All of these different things, and it becomes something. It's a way of life. It's something that you look forward to because it's maintenance, right? And I know we hear this term self-care and self-love, and it's thrown about loosely, but it's a real thing. And I think if we switch it from a chore to it's a way for us to add to our lives, it's a way for us to connect with ourselves, and it's a way, honestly, yes, you do see the physical benefits of it, right? That's the icing on the cake. But when I exercise, it's like a chance for me to take a deep breath, right? And to get away from life and to really get in tune with myself and do something for myself. And then, yes, I do know that I'm actually adding to my life, and I'm fighting off heart disease and depression and all of these things. But it's just a feel good thing that we need to do for ourselves, right? And we just have to switch our focus. Do not think of working out as a chore. It is a way of life. It's something, you're adding to your life. Everything that comes from exercise adds. You're going to get gains in all areas of your life by exercising. So why wouldn't you do it? Okay, that video. And it's fun. You got to have fun. You have to make it fun.
I said I started laughing because when you said it will improve your sex life, I said, the folks in the YouTube chat were like, hey, now I'm paying attention. You actually went through this. You didn't always look like the way you look now. When you had a lot of turmoil going on in your life, you said working out and making those changes, shedding that stuff, saved you.
Yes. Yes. It literally, like Roland, I'm telling you, it was, we know how life goes, right? There's so many things that happen in life that we have absolutely no control over. And at this moment in my life, one of the things I had control over was my health, was my fitness. So I started working out as a way for me to express, like get my emotions out, and a way to have quiet time, and just a way to let my frustrations out. And it definitely saved my life. It was the only thing that I knew to do that would help me push through, right? And so now if I don't work out, like I am telling you, if I go more than a couple of days without working out, I'm like, because I naturally, I do have 3 kids, and then I am a coach, right? So I'm naturally constantly pouring out to others, right? And nurturing them. So exercise for me is a way for me to pour back into myself, and along with other things. But it's honestly, it's what saved my life. And I could never imagine not being able to exercise, right? And that's one of the reasons why I take rest days. When I take a rest day, I listen to my body. I'm a little hard-headed, but I listen to my body because it's something that I want to continue to do. And no, it literally saved my life. The depression, the anxiety, everything I was going through, and I just kind of like threw myself into like a positive outlet, which became, working out. And I'm not like, it's not a fad. I don't go like so intense with it. I balance it out, but it's how I take care of myself. There's only one you. You know what I'm saying? We get one body, and you have to take care of it.
So I was looking for it because you had one of your stories. I guess it was Saturday. You call it me time. When you say working out, you said me time. Why?
It's. I'm telling you, it is personal. When you push your body, when you pour into your cup, when you love on yourself, as far, through fitness and your exercise and everything like that, it's so personal. I block out everything, right? So this weekend, you guys, I posted on my story what he's talking about. Both of my boys play soccer. One of them had a tournament, so he had like a couple games this weekend. And so I'm running back and forth to the soccer field. He has to be there 40 minutes before the game. I have his brother and sister with me. I got the coolers, I got the chairs. I'm like on soccer mom duty. And I knew this weekend was, for soccer, like running back and forth all over the place. But in order for me to show up this weekend and be the best soccer mom I could be, I had to do something for myself. So Sunday morning before finals or whatever, I went to the gym. I'm like, okay, I can get in like a 45-minute workout. I don't have to take care of anybody. I'm not packing the car up. I'm not like, where's your uniform? Screaming. I'm not taking calls from clients. This is Averi time. This is something that's going to make me feel good. Yes, I may be tired right now, and I may be sluggish. I would have rather laid in bed, guys, right? I would have rather laid in bed, but I'm like, okay, is laying in bed right now, probably scrolling on my phone, is that going to help my mood the rest of the day? Is that going to make me feel good? Am I going to feel like I did something for myself? Does scrolling on my phone add to my life? In that moment, absolutely not. It didn't. What does working out do for me, right? It's personal. It's me time. It's going to make me feel better later. I'm going to be in a better mood. I'll be able to sleep better. It's laying out some of those, endorphins and like all this stuff. I'm like, okay, this is going to add to my life. Girl, get up, go to the gym. And then, I was able to rock it out the rest of the day. It was for me. It's personal. It's like nobody else. Like, this is for Averi.
All right, folks, if you got some questions, give us a call. Put the number up, please. Call right now at 202. Y'all, come on. Y'all slow. Let's go. Come on. Move. Okay, thank you. 202-890-1199. 202-890-1199. Who's the first caller? Who you got? All right, Vanessa Thomas. Vanessa, what's your question for Averi Woodley? Vanessa? Do we have Vanessa?
I found the same thing, that where I had this, I thought, mysterious illness, when I created a program for myself and began to work it, that illness just didn't exist. My question is, does it make a difference? Like, usually in the morning, I create a fruit juice and drink some water before I work out. Is there the optimum of how we should eat before, like, let's say, walking, pickleball, and, doing some exercise in the park? Is there, something better to eat than others?
That's interesting because I know I've had different folks say, okay, you should have something to eat before you work out. Others say, no, you should have nothing on your stomach. You should work out. You should do a protein shake, and it's all kind of different advice. All right, Avery, what say you?
Okay, so just listen to me, squash everybody else. No, everybody has their way, right? And for sure, there are some workouts that I do on a empty stomach, right? So that means if I know I'm not going to not necessarily burn a ton of calories, but I'm not jumping around and doing anything crazy. Say I'm just going for a walk, right? I may have like some hot lemon water or even a coffee, and I go on a walk, and that's like my fasted cardio, which means there's technically nothing else added to my stomach. And it also depends on the time of day, right? Are you working out super early? If you're not working out until 2 o'clock, I don't want you to like not eat up until 2 o'clock, right? Because your body, you're already up, moving around, maybe working, running errands. And so your body is already spending out fuel, right? You're burning fuel. You want to have energy to get through your workout. So this is the thing I tell people. It really depends on you. It depends on the time of day. It depends on the workout. If you're about to do a strength workout, any weightlifting or anything that's going to take more from you, then I would suggest not to do that on an empty stomach, because you don't want to get lightheaded. You don't want to get dizzy. You don't want to do any of those things. It's like you want to put some fuel in so you can actually get through the workout and get the maximum benefits from it. So if you're going to do any type of strength training or a boot camp or anything like that, you may want to eat, I would say, even an hour before. And if you don't want to eat anything heavy, an apple, and it sounds crazy, but it's low in sugar. It has carbs built into it. I used to keep apples in my boot camp classes. So when I had clients that would rush in from work and they were like, oh, I didn't eat anything. It's like, okay, eat this apple really quick. You could do that. You could do some source of protein, a meat or anything like that. I really don't do too many protein shakes prior to my workout, only because I don't like that fluid, you know what I'm saying? Like that feeling sloshing around in my stomach. So I save my protein shake for afterwards or whatever. So yeah, think of the time of day, think of the type of workout you're doing, right? So if you know you're just going to walk, or you're going to do maybe even a yoga or ride a bike, you may be able to do it with, hardly anything on your stomach. As far as like fasted, or like Roland said, don't eat anything. But if you're going to do anything that's going to require more strength, or if it's later in the day, or if you're sluggish, go ahead and eat something, that's going to give you like a little boost of energy. Go ahead and eat something so you can have the chance to actually get through your workout without injury, right? You don't want to break form because you're tired and you're like swinging weights all like this, okay? So you want to be at your peak and be at your best when you're actually working out. Folks, I hope that helped you a little bit.
Number to call is 202-890-1199, 202-890-1199. Before I go to Cheryl, let me go ahead and address somebody right now. See, I told y'all, be very careful when you are sitting here commenting on. First of all, if y'all on YouTube, y'all should be hitting the like button right now. Y'all should be hitting that. So somebody named Trina Hodges, she goes, Roland, please stop showing the twerking. It's not cute. We are sexualized enough. Trina, let me explain something to you. It's 5 women in my control room. I ain't picked the videos. Now, Trina, you clearly were not paying attention to what Avery had to say. What she said was, make working out fun. If you want to twerk, if you want to dance, I was 2-stepping earlier, do that. Yes. The whole point of this, Trina, see, Trina, you're the one sexualizing this because you're the one who brought it up. She said, have fun. Stop making working out laborious. And so if you want to feel like twerking, or folks from the Caribbean call it whining, okay? Yes. That ain't sexualizing. It's called dancing, which black people do. Go ahead.
No, it's a total, you know what? That's a total workout, right? And I said make working out fun. So whether you want to get up and jump up and down, twerk or whatever, and I wish I could really twerk, because when I listen to, my Caribbean music and my Afro beats when I'm working out, I'm like moving my hips and everything between my exercises. And my core and everything is sore. Matter of fact, I was in the gym the other day. He was an older gentleman. I don't know how old he was, and he had his headphones in, and I looked over, and he was like jamming, like in between his deadlifts, right? This is in between his deadlifts, he was jamming and getting it, and then he gave me a thumbs up, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, like I'm gonna do my little dance between mine. But it felt good to see somebody that was in there having fun, working out, having fun, saving their life, having fun, beating off depression, heart disease, high blood pressure, cholesterol, whatever it is, but just really enjoying, working out, the exercise. So if you want to twerk, if you want to do whatever you want to do, but twerking is a real workout. And I'm sure the ladies that teach these twerk classes would feel differently by you saying that it was, it's sexualized. That's not sexual at all. It was like 100 degrees outside, girl. I was dancing, honey. I was happy I was doing that workout.
Look, I was working out today. Mark Morrison was jamming. And y'all, so Jamel Hill and Barry Williams hate Return of the Mac. And so I was sitting here working out, and I said, hold up. The song hit, I started dancing. In fact, Jim Jones is watching. Jim used to hate it. We used to work out, and so Jim would be like, Roland, how in the hell are you tired? But then when a song come on, you just find a burst of energy. I said, say, bruh, that's what dancing does. I said, I'll find a burst of energy, and I'll start dancing. It don't matter. So and here's a video. I was sitting here spinning, I was dancing, I was grooving. So it just trips me out when people sit here and just be whining and complaining. I mean, pay attention to what the hell we talking about versus sitting here tripping, Trina Hodges. All right, Cheryl's on the phone line. Cheryl, what's your question for Averi Woodley?
Hi, how's everybody?
Great.
Hi.
Great. I was calling in regard to intermittent fasting. Wanted to know, what are your thoughts on that? Is that a great thing, or how do you feel about that, please?
Okay, so I'm gonna give you my honest opinion. And Roland may know how I feel about certain things. So I am I'm not gonna say old school with certain stuff, but I am, right? I like for my clients, and I try not to shun other people's ideas and everything like that. I keep it as simple as possible, right? Because there's so many things like, do intermittent fasting. No, don't drink before this time. Don't eat before this time. I have had clients that have tried intermittent fasting that they were doing on their own before they came to me, right? And I stopped them from it. And they saw results because they hit a plateau, which you can hit a plateau doing anything, right? But my whole idea is, how do I put it? If you can't do it for a year, if you can't do it for 2 years, if you can't do it for 3 years, basically, if you can't make it a way of life and do it all the time, don't do it. And that's just that's what I believe when it comes to fitness, because every time you look up, somebody's going to have a different method, right? We had the Atkins, we had all these different things. And a lot of times people will jump on these trends and these bandwagons, and you follow it, but it doesn't fit your way of life. Or you do it for a little bit, and as soon as somebody has a birthday or something else, or it's an event and you have to eat at a different time, it completely throws you off. And then you find yourself starting back all over again. What I will say is, if you want to do I know some people that do intermittent fasting, or they do keto, or they do vegan days, right? So, and you can still trick your body and your metabolism. So you may have a day that you do intermittent fasting, or a day that you're all vegan, or a day that you are, high protein, high healthy fats, low carbs. I say that you should kind of mix it up like that, and then your body will just keep going up and down, because your body's like, wait, what is going on? You know what I'm saying? Your metabolism. But if it can't be a way of life, then don't do it.
All right, then. We appreciate it. First of all, YouTube, we should easily be at 1,000 likes. I don't know what's taking y'all so long. Hit the doggone like button. Just hit the doggone button. It ain't that hard. All right, so Averi, you have a thing when it comes to the scale, and it's interesting because Terry Starks, who goes by the Diet Doctor on Instagram, we've had Terry on the show as well. Terry hates the scale. He tells folks who do his diet plans, who do his food plans, he said, don't get on the scale. Measure how you look, how your clothes fit. A lot of people, every month, jump up, oh dang, I'm down 0.4, or ooh, I'm up 0.3. And it then just becomes this, oh, it's been 4 days, and then I don't see any change, when really how your clothes fit tells you very quickly And we all know, wait a minute, hold up. These pants a little tight, then, whoa, these pants a little loose. That just really determines what's happening with your body.
Yes. I hate the scale. And it's funny because if any of my clients watch this, they're like, ooh, Avery, I know how you feel about the scale. Whenever they hit me up, they're like, okay, girl, so I got on the scale at work and I know how you feel because I literally hate the scale. Now, when I train people, I may have them get on it initially, right? Just an initial intake. We're going to, get on the scale once. We're going to take your measurements. And then if I ever weigh them throughout that, I'm like, first of all, get rid of every scale that you have. When I have them get on the scale, sometimes I would have them get on backwards. So when I used to do these challenges, like weight loss challenges or fitness challenges, I would have them, they could see their initial weight, and then I would have them get on the scale backwards, and I would take their measurements and, take their weight, and I wouldn't let them see it because it will screw with your mind, right? And especially women, the way we swell and water and our hormones, you could be one weight 1 second and turn around 5 minutes later and do another weight, and be another weight. And so I am big on measurements, not only how your clothes feel, but since I like to say I'm a personal coach, right? Mind, body, soul. How do you feel? How do your clothes feel? How do you feel, right? Is it easier for you now to get up off the floor if you have little kids and you're playing with them? Is it easier for you to walk up a flight of stairs? Does your knees not hurt as much? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you actually feel getting in and out of the car in any everyday movement? Is there less huffing and puffing? Measure up your workouts, right? Say your initial workout when you first start working out, 20 minutes in or even 5 minutes into the warm-up, you're like, right? But now you realize, yeah, I'm still tired doing my workout, absolutely. But now I don't feel like I'm about to throw up and pass out at the 5 minute mark. Now I feel like I'm about to throw up and pass out at the 20-minute mark, right? A scale cannot measure any of that. A scale cannot measure a changed mindset. A scale cannot measure confidence. A scale cannot measure your blood pressure, your heart health, if your knees are hurting or anything like that. A scale is just a number. Pay attention to everything else because I feel like, the scale will trick you, and working out and adapting a healthier way of life, right? Nothing extreme, but just a healthier way of life for you is hard enough, especially if you spent years living one way and now you're trying to transform and really have a lifestyle change. You have to protect that lifestyle change. You have to watch what not only what you eat and what you drink, what you listen to, right? What you hear. The scale is one of those things that you have to watch because it will seep into your mind and it could completely throw you off your game.
It'll drive you crazy.
You feel like you've been working, watching what you eat. You got accountability partners. You're doing all of these things, and it hasn't budged.
Yep, it'll drive you crazy. All right, folks, I'm only going to take this segment for 9 more minutes. So you have to get your questions in right now, 202-890-1199. Antonio Lewis, what's your question for Averi Woodley? Antonio?
Yes.
What's your question?
I'm a boxer. Yes.
You said you're a boxer? You said you're a boxer? Antonio, you there? All right. Antonio, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, now can we hear you? Go ahead.
Yes. What's it?
Yes. Okay, Antonio, listen to me. Don't listen to your phone. If you're watching, it's a delay. So listen to me. Go ahead with your question.
Oh.
Listen to me through your phone. Don't look at the feed. So go ahead and talk. What's your question? Antonio, don't watch the feed.
Yeah.
You're on the phone talking to me. Talk to me. Forget whatever you're watching and listening to. What's your question? Okay, Antonio, I'm going to come back to you. Y'all talk to Antonio.
No.
Okay, Antonio, what's your question?
I'm here, Roland Martin. Thank you for forgiving me, but I'm here, Roland Martin. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm here, Roland.
I know you're here. What's your question?
How do a question. Sure, I'm just happy to be over here.
Okay, I actually cannot understand. So y'all figure out what he's talking about. Okay, go to my next caller, Robert James. Robert James, you're on Roland Martin Unfiltered, talking to Averi Woodley. What's your question? Robert? 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 Okay, so let me explain, y'all. To all the callers, listen to me. When you call in, turn your TV down, turn your iPad down, your computer down. It's a delay, it's about a 20-second delay. So when you're on the phone, listen to me talk to you. Don't listen to the feed because it's a 20-some second delay. All right, number to call is 202-890-1199, 202-890-1199. We're doing this for 6 more minutes. So let's see if Robert's now there. Robert, are you there? No, Robert's not there. Who else we got on the line? Okay, all right, so Robert Antonio, they're not understanding the whole delay thing, so we'll do final thoughts right here. All right, earlier when we talked about a change in state of mind, Averi, talk about how you also should vary the workout so it doesn't become monotonous where you're doing the same thing.
Can you repeat that?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right, so we talked earlier about how we must change our mindset, but talk about, though, how we also must change the workout so it's not the same thing over and over and over again and now becomes monotonous and it bores us out of our minds.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Just like, I don't know if you guys have ever heard this. So when you use certain deodorants, it's going to sound silly, right? Deodorant, shampoos, and conditioners, you can actually, like, you don't reach the same benefits, right? Like the deodorant might not work as good, the shampoo and conditioner, because your body actually gets used to it. And so it's not working, right? The same thing with exercising. One, not only does it get boring, but your body gets used to the same movements, all right? And you're not challenging and pushing your body as much. So you'll find yourself kind of hitting this, like I said earlier, like a plateau. So it's good to kind of trick your body and to change it up and to hit different targets. And one, yes, obviously working out can get boring. I have been working out now for years, right? It gets boring sometimes. So then I may be like, you know what? Instead of walking outside, which I do a lot in the summer, I'm going to walk inside. Or I'm going to, not use many machines. I'm going to do body weight exercises. I'm going to do resistance bands. I'm going to create all these different workouts using kettlebells or whatever. But changing it up adds some excitement. Sometimes you don't have to like join a gym, but you can create a challenge with your friends, your coworkers, people from your church, the people in your house, whether it's your husband or wife or your kids. And not only will you be adding accountability and a little bit of friendly competition, but it will also change it up. And then you guys can get together and do partner workouts and everything. And then, like I said, you can add in some of your passions, right? Whether it's dancing, which we talked about, twerking, pickleball, tennis, swimming, anything like that. Add some of that stuff in as well. And that will add to your exercise, fitness regimen, and your overall health and wellness.
All right, then. I think we got 2 more calls. They called in right at the last second. We got 3 more minutes in this segment.
Okay.
Who's first up, y'all? Kenneth, what's your question for Averi Woodley? You're on Roland Martin Unfiltered.
Thanks, brother. I want to say hi to your guests. I got the question. So first question, how many days a week should you work out, and how much water should you really drink? I see people that carry these 1-gallon water jugs around, and I know that if I tried to drink that much water, my workout is really going to consist of going to the bathroom every 5 minutes as opposed to actually doing exercise.
Right.
All right.
Okay, so as far as exercise, I'd say at least 3 times a week. At least 3 times a week of an actual workout regimen, right? Or you're saying, okay, like I'm allotting this time, this 45 minutes, this hour and a half for actual workout. I would say at least 3 times a week minimum, right? And then there may be other things that you have to consider because obviously the rest of the time you're not just laying on the couch, right? You You may be working, may be working in the yard, you may be walking or whatever, So count that in as movement, but I would say at minimum 3 times a week. Now, as far as the water, everybody is different. I'm not carrying no jug around. I would never drink it. That jug would probably last me a whole week. I have and I'm going to show you really quick. So I have a thing with water, and I do drink a ton of water. But for some reason, if I have a bottle of water, if it has a regular cap, I won't drink it as much. So I have to trick myself. So I get bottles of water with the sport top, so it's easier to drink. Or if I'm at home and I'm drinking a glass of water, I'll put a straw in it. I'm able to drink it faster. But one thing I do is I'll get up in the morning and I say, okay, by the time I brush my teeth, I need to drink a glass of water, right? Okay, after I shower, brush my teeth or whatever, I need to drink another glass. Before I leave the house, I'll drink another glass. So I actually, it may sound elementary, but I actually break it up like that, and you'll get a lot of water in. So for example, if you want to watch Monday Night Football, right? And you haven't drunk hardly any water, just say, okay, before I sit down and turn the game on, I have to drink 2 glasses of water. So then by that time, you may have had 8 glasses of water a day or whatever people say. But carrying something around like that's just not me, right? I'm not, like I say, if you can't do it for the rest of your life, if you can't do it 90% of the time or 80% of the time, don't do it at all. So that's how I do mine, is I break it up throughout the day like that.
Our buddy Dick Gregory, the late great Dick Gregory, who often fasted, who had his own diet powder. Dick actually said every morning start with an 8-ounce glass of water. He said the moment you wake up, and Dick would say keep that bottle or whatever right next to your bed, and the moment you wake up, go to the bathroom first, whatever you do, but he said drink that 8-ounce bottle of water to flush your system the first thing you do in the morning.
Yes.
And it was so funny too, because this probably was about 6 or 9 months before Dick passed away, and he could tell that I had been losing weight, been working out, and Dick said, I see your body changing. Why didn't you call me? He was like, you should have called me. Dick was always about vitamins and everything like that.
Yep.
And so that's who he was. And so always a great guy. But that was one thing I always stuck out. He said, 8-ounce glass of water. That's the first thing you do in the morning before you do anything else. Folks, if you want to follow Averi, pull up her stats, please. You can follow her on Instagram, Averi_Woodley, on Twitter as well. On TikTok, if I'm correct, is A Woodley. I think it's A Woodley. Is that what it is?
I really don't use TikTok that much, guys. So.
All right, but I'm just saying, but you're on there. But I think it's A Woodley. Facebook, Averi Woodley. Subscribe to her YouTube channel, folks. YouTube.com/Averi Woodley. We appreciate it. Thanks a bunch, and hopefully some folks have changed their mindset when it comes to working out and making it a lot more fun. And yes, if you want to twerk, if you want to do the 2-step, if you want to sit here and twirl, make your workout fun. It's nothing wrong, because guess what? When the music is playing and you're and you're dancing, that's called movement.
It's exercise, guys. It's exercise. However you get it in.
Absolutely. All right, Averi, thanks a lot. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
All right, folks, back to our Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment.
When we invest in ourselves, our glow, our vision, our vibe, we all shine. Together, we are black beyond measure.
Folks, Black Star Network is here.
Hold no punches.
I'm real revolutionary right now.
Support this man, Black Media. He makes sure that our stories are told.
Thank you for being the voice of Black America, Roland.
Stay black. I love y'all.
All momentum we have now, we have to keep this going.
The video looks phenomenal.
See, this difference between Black Star Network and black-owned media and something like CNN.
You can't be black-owned media and be scared.
It's time to be smart.
Bring your eyeballs home.
You dig?